Today, the LA Muscle TV crew visits Tom Hartley, the definitive name in prestige cars according to Top Gear and Bloomberg. Over the past 40 years, Tom Hartley has built a reputation for attaining the unattainable for clients all over the globe. Arriving at the showroom, you realise why Tom Hartley has built a reputation for luxury and excellence over the past 40 years. First impressions and presentation is first rate. Let's take a tour of the showroom to see the available stock. The collection and variety of cars is simply staggering. To take a closer look at our 3 favourite hypercars, we took them outside. With all the cars lined up, it's time to take them to the lake. Before the Bugatti Veyron went to the lake, Carl took us out for a quick drive. This car arguably gave birth to the hypercars we now know and love. The Veyron rewrote the record books in terms of performance, design, and uncompromising luxury. With a 16.4 W16 engine married to a quad-turbo setup, the power and speed left every major car manufacturer to take note. Here are a few facts. The Veyron does 253 miles an hour, but had a theoretical top speed of 257. The Veyron has a fuel economy of 2.3 mpg at full speed. It takes just 12 minutes to empty the fuel tank at full speed in the Veyron. 0 to 250 miles an hour is done in 55 seconds. The Veyron's engine and the aero make it possible for the car to go faster than 257. The only limiting factor are the tyres. They would disintegrate if the car accelerated to top speed with a full tank of fuel before the fuel ran out. The Laferrari, the best of the best currently made by Ferrari. Like the Mclaren P1, the Laferrari employs hybrid F1 technology in its powertrain. The Laferrari is the first Ferrari since the Bertone-styled 1973 Dino 308 GT4 to receive no design and bodywork input from Pininfarina. Ferrari currently doesn't have any plans to cease collaborating with Pininfarina, however. The Laferrari has the highest power output of any Ferrari whilst decreasing fuel consumption by 40%. The car has lapped Ferrari's famous Fiorano test track in under 1 minute 20 seconds, faster than any other road-legal Ferrari ever. The F1 Curve system adds extra power to the engine for a total power output of 950 horsepower and over 900 Newton meters or 664 pound-foot of torque. This is a one of 375 volcano yellow Mclaren P1. The car is so unique and ahead of its time that it looks like a concept car. Power comes from a hybrid power unit developed by McLaren's F1 division. Here are a few fun facts about the P1. The brakes are made from carbon silica, usually used on spacecraft, one of the hardest materials on Earth. The braking force generates up to 2G. A mechanic is required to wear a special electrically grounded full body suit and a pair of anti-shock gloves to be able to remove the entire rear end of this car. They are even required to have a standby defibrillator to restart their hearts in case of an electric shock by the 600-volt hybrid battery. With all 3 cars lined up on the lake, we found it almost impossible to pick a favourite. Which hypercar would you choose out of the 3? After the hypercars, it was time to take a look at the other exotic cars in the showroom, such as this Dmc Aventador Roadster, We took it outside so we could really experience the exhaust orchestra. Saying the exhaust was loud is an understatement, and orchestra is probably a better description. We particularly loved the low slung, aggressive body kit. Another car that caught our eye was this Aston Martin Vanquish S Red Arrows edition. Only 10 examples were made as a tribute to the Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Red Arrows, to help raise funds for a service charity.